application, we created an environment where we test different keyboards in virtual reality. First, we implemented a basic keyboard where you can use ray casting to hover over and select different buttons. Using the A key on the right controller, we can bring up a new type of keyboard, the HUD keyboard, which we implemented. There are two types of controls for this keyboard. The first is with the joysticks on the left and the right controller, which move the cursors around on the HUD, where you can select the different keys. If you select the X button on the left controller, this moves you to the hand movement controls, where the cursors are controlled by the left and the right controller and their X and Y positioning. In this environment, we have you experiment with the different controller types of keyboards and play with them so that you get used to them. Then we move on and we do different trials. The first trial that we'll experiment with is just the normal keyboard. You'll do typing here, pressing the red button to start the time and to stop the time. On the second trial, again, starting and stopping the time, you put your arms on a flat surface and use ray casting on a normal keyboard to test your accuracy and your typing speed. We then move on to the HUD keyboards, where you're able to use the HUD keyboards and do the same type of experiment. The final trial, with trial number 4, you have your arms flat using the HUD keyboard to test if this is different for the user. Finally, we move on and we see our results up on this screen. This will tell us our accuracy for each trial and the comparisons on times. One of the things with our keyboard that we have is when you bring up the HUD, you're able to move your head around and the objects behind move, but the keyboard stays in front of you. So you're able to look if you have to glance off while you're still typing, but you're still able to type in the environment. Some of the things that still are not implemented in this environment are the button presses to start and stop the time and saving the data. We are also having difficulties when typing into the keyboard of double letters appearing in the text entry box.